What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Real Stellar. Thank you for being here. Thank you for clicking on my video. And I just want to say big thanks for everyone who watched my last video. It got like 236 views, I think, which is by far the most views I've had so far, and I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. If you guys could subscribe, that would be awesome as well. I want to keep making videos all the time, so you can keep seeing my reviews, especially if you like them. I'm trying to make them better so that you have a reason to subscribe. So, Oppenheimer. This movie has been super hyped up, right? Coupled with Barbie. Barbenheimer has been a big meme going on for a while. I'm seeing Barbie tomorrow, actually, but I saw Oppenheimer on Thursday, opening night, and I loved it. I had like a few little gripes as I was going throughout the movie, but most of them cleaned themselves up. But I really think this is an amazing movie, and I should preface this by saying I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. I love all of his movies. It'd be hard for me to even rank them because I love them all so much. But Oppenheimer is up there with the best of his movies. I mean, he did a great job with this one. I don't want to make these reviews long, so I'm just going to highlight the biggest points. So one point I want to talk about that I don't think everyone's talking about is the sound and the music. The music is amazing in this movie. It's like its own character. I was just sitting there in the theater just like enveloped by the sound. Ludwig Göransson did the score for this movie, and it's got to win an Oscar for best score. I just don't see a movie having a better score than this one. I thought it was incredible. The visuals. The visuals in this movie are outstanding. You get to see like what Oppenheimer imagines when he imagines, all these electrons and atoms and everything, and how his brain kind of works. And they did such a good job at bringing you into Oppenheimer's point of view and making you feel like you're going through his story. This movie isn't so much about the bomb like some people might think, and it's mostly about Oppenheimer, as the title would say, but they did an incredible job. The thing is, in this movie, is that it feels tense and exciting and riveting even when they're just talking, which is most of the movie. Most of the movie is them just talking, but it feels so intense and fast-paced. This movie's 3 hours long, and it still moves at like a cutthroat pace. It is just going and going and going, because it has to fit like his whole story into 3 hours, which is hard to do. But I think Christopher Nolan does it masterfully here. Let's talk about the acting for a second too. So Cillian Murphy, amazing as Oppenheimer, and he's obviously the standout role because he's the lead character. But it is hard to describe how well he does it. You feel like he is Oppenheimer. And I've watched a few videos of the real Oppenheimer and interviews, and Cillian Murphy just nails every little nuance about how he talks and speaks and moves. I think he did an incredible job. Other than just Cillian Murphy, though, because I think it's obvious that he's going to do well, he'll get nominated for Oscars. I think the whole supporting cast is amazing. There kept being actors pop up that I was like, oh my gosh, they're in this, they're in this, they're in it. And I knew a lot of the side characters that would be in it, but man, this cast is amazing. It just goes to show that everyone wants to show up for a Christopher Nolan movie. And everyone does their part, no matter how much screen time they have, how much or how little. They do their part, it serves the story, and it feels worthwhile. Let's talk about some of my gripes with the movie. So, they're not big at all. I'd probably give this movie like a 95%. I love it. But one gripe I had was a little bit with the pacing. Not that it's fast, it's fine that it's fast, but because it doesn't move in a linear fashion, it kind of felt like some of the things moved a little quickly and I didn't get to see them fleshed out. Like there are some hearings that Oppenheimer's going through on later in his life after the Trinity test and the Manhattan Project, and I just wasn't sure what those were for and what Louis Strauss's role played until later in the movie, which is typical for a Christopher Nolan movie, so I should have expected that everything kind of ties together in the end and it all makes sense, which it did. I just wish I kind of knew beforehand like what all that was about, and then there's still like a big reveal at the end. I've tried to make this review short. It's hard to do because I love it and there's so many things to talk about, especially in a 3-hour film, but I think that Christopher Nolan did a standout job and it's going to be hard to top this movie. I don't think it's for everyone just because of the subject matter, and it's mostly dialogue and it's not like action-packed, going crazy type of movie, but for what it is, it's amazing. I'm going to see Barbie tomorrow, so I'll do a review on that. I saw Mission Impossible, and I'll do a review on that as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff, and let me know what you think, and what you think about Oppenheimer's story, if you know anything about it. Anyways, I'm excited to discuss with you all, and thank you. See ya.